Hey guys, saw a movie called American Ultra this weekend, starring Jessie Eisenberg and Kristen Stewart, and it's pretty much a comedy, romance, action thriller. Weird, right? The movie takes place with the premise that Jessie Eisenberg's character, Mike, is a stoner. He's kind of trying to deal with like some twitchiness, some weirdness about him. He's always been an aloof, strange character. And he and his girlfriend Phoebe live in this area of West Virginia. Suddenly, they get thrown into a crazy circumstance. So the other two big characters in this film are Topher Grace, which, he's that 70s show, and he stars as an agent that decides to try and clean the slate of a old FBI program that they put in place a few years back, where they were trying to make essentially Jason Bourne super soldiers. Only one of these projects succeeded, which, funny enough, is our twitchy stoner weirdo, Jessie Eisenberg. The other agent involved with this, the other main character, is Connie Britton, who plays Agent Lassiter, and she was the one that spearheaded the program originally, decides to try and give him a chance. So after saying a code word in passing at his grocery store, which he works at, she activates him. This sets off a chain of events that is just ridiculous. There's a lot of action in the movie that is fast-paced, kind of reminds you of like a Wanted kind of feel, but it's meant to be a little silly and meant to be a little ludicrous because this stoner, this little twitchy, skinny weirdo, is taking out these agents that are literally called tough guy agent. The FBI keeps sending at him. It's crazy. It's the most ludicrous premise of all. And this kind of works in some ways because you kind of want him to succeed. The twitchy weirdo, his character, you kind of feel a little bad for him, but a little hopeful that he'll succeed and become more than what he is currently. Everything just unfolds. Craziness ensues. The movie is ridiculous. That's what it comes down to. There's good and bad things. So the good things are the movie is really fast in the sense that its scenes that are going on, they're really cut very well. It's one thing and then the other thing. It doesn't linger too long on one thing or the other, usually. The other thing that I really liked is the characters. Overall, they all really worked. For the most part, I think. I liked Kristen Stewart, who plays Phoebe, his girlfriend, and I like their relationship. We saw that in Adventureland, what they had potentially together, and I liked Adventureland. I ended up enjoying, for the most part, American Ultra, and the romance was definitely a part of that enjoyment. Connie Britton also did a very good job here as Agent Lassiter. She was good, she was tough. She's a badass woman kind of figure trying to deal with the circumstances thrown in her place. Topher Grace. Now this is where we come to kind of the negatives of the film, because the comedy is excellent, the action is excellent, but then we get to the other parts. So Topher Grace as this FBI agent, pretty much he's a dick, but he's a super dick. There is no other note to his character, no reason for what he's doing, and his purpose or premise for it all is just really ego-driven and a little narcissistic, and it really doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all, and he's just a dick for being a dick. Over the top. You remember him in Spider-Man 3? Worse than that kind of a dick. He is a super asshole, and it's almost very distracting in that sense because he's so much of an asshole. You're just like, can you just stop for a second? No normal human being would say as many of these curse words, as many of these insults towards these people as you are right now, because it's just stupid. No one is that idiotic, and he is. It's just a little overwhelming how much of a dick he is. And the second thing that this movie suffers from, I think, is that it's kind of a weird premise. And that it's a weird premise, it doesn't help that the movie is cut in a way that, yes, it's quick and it's fast, but it's also not very focused and aligned. It doesn't really come together cohesively as a whole. There's moments of romance, there's moments of comedy, there's moments of thriller, there's moments of action, but they're not really together. It's like, this is your action set piece, this is your romance part, this is the thriller part, this is the comedy part. It's not like one with the other, and it's not really focused. A lot of movies have this thing where they will be a comedy, but there's some action in there, but that's their focus. It doesn't really have notes of too many other things with it because it's distracting, and it detracts from the overall movie and story that's going here. This movie suffers from the opposite of that. It has a little bit of every type of movie in it, and you see Jason Bourne, you see James Bond, you see like a Notebook weirdo romance. Maybe not Notebook, but it's a romance, that wasn't really needed. And overall, while Kristen Stewart and Jesse Eisenberg do what they can with it, it's just, you didn't really need the romance there to begin with. It's not what makes the story pop or work. It's the comedy, it's the crazy action, that's going on here, and maybe some of the thriller moments. There was one guy, his name was like Laugher, his code name. He's kind of a cartoon. Like, he just laughs randomly. A little of me like that, but then there was other points where it's just like, this is weird. A little too weird for my tastes. At the end of the day, American Ultra was a nice breath of different ideas, but it's not something that I think would be worth paying for or running out to the theaters to go see right now. With everything that's out, this is not something you need to catch right away. It's a nice movie to watch on Netflix, I think. Not a terrible movie, but not something that you're going to be remembering, for the rest of your life. It's not anything of particular note. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. I hope I gave you some hopeful answers and tips on what you're going to be seeing this coming week. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Also, we have a podcast going. I'm not sure if you guys knew about that. Geek Domination podcasts happen every Sunday, and we usually get them out about Wednesday or Thursday. They're a lot of fun, very informative, and it's got a couple of great guys talking about really, really geeky stuff. We also have 2 more podcasts, Zane's World and Excessive RP. One for more of like the comic book kind of nerd, and the other one for more of like the gaming, RPG, MMORPG kind of place. They're both really great in their own right, and shout out to Zane and Cody for both doing them. They're doing a really good job. Hope you guys liked the video. Stay tuned for more later. Bye.